Hey guys, hope you guys are all having a good Sunday. Happy Father's Day to all of the dads. I'm here at home. I've been dealing with a migraine for most of the morning. I had planned on doing a video today. I almost didn't, but then I was sitting out here and said, what the hell, I'll just come on for a little while. I want to do a quick update with how things are with Terry, but then I want to go into another conversation. I want to reach out to some ladies that have been reaching out to me for the past couple of weeks. That have found me through other people mentioning the channel, or you found me over on Facebook, or you've just stumbled across the video and, you've sent messages to me. Like, I'll do the best I can to answer your questions and tell you what I would be, like what I would do in your situation, as far as, the relationship issues that you're having. I can tell you from experience, things that I've been through out here that have nothing to do with being in a relationship with someone in there, but the behavior's the same. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? The walls don't separate the behavior, So before I get into that, though, first I will say welcome to the channel, and I'm so glad that you've messaged me, and, I'll do the best I can to try to give you some advice. Advice is always good, and it's always good to look at things through someone else's eyes. To the rest of you guys watching, I talked to Terry last night about some of the comments over here. I was going through some of the comments when I was on the phone with him, and he was like, oh, you got to print some of them out. I want to see them. So I'm going to work on that tomorrow, trying to get some things printed out and sent to him so he can read some of the words, the things that are being said over here to him. He says, huge thanks for the prayers. They're definitely working. He's settling in there. He can't get a good adjustment transfer until September. So we're kind of stuck here at this camp until something happens where they move him or he can put in for a transfer. But we are still praying really hard that he gets moved closer. Trying to drive down there, it's crazy, y'all. It's absolutely crazy. I didn't want to go today just because I knew it was a holiday weekend, and this camp, they're already very slow getting you in there, and it was just 10 hours of driving for 3.5-hour visit. I hate math, but I knew I wasn't going to do it, He called me early this morning, and I missed one call from him, but I'm sure he'll call me whenever he gets a chance to. So he's doing good for right now. Still no medical attention on the foot, still dealing with the foot thing. But he's trying the best that he can to stay off of it. You know what I mean? He's ducking and dodging everything that he can, just trying to keep himself safe. So thank you guys so much for the prayers. They're definitely working. So let me shift a little bit. I've had some of you guys that I've met through some of the groups on Facebook. We've had some private messages over on Facebook. I've spent a lot of time the last couple of weeks on there talking to a lot of you guys. And it made me want to come on and, I'm more of a face-to-face kind of person when I'm talking to someone about a situation. A lot of you guys already know that about me, but for you newcomers, yes, there's no filter over here. Like, I'm pretty open, So some of the messages that I'm getting, and I've told you guys, the ones that I've responded to over on Facebook, controlling relationships. You know what I mean? Those are clear-cut signs that you're being controlled. It's crazy. It's crazy to just stop for a minute and imagine that someone is in prison and they are in there. They have no control over anything that's being done. Everything's been stripped from them, but they still have that power to control you. You know what I mean? And this is for girlfriends. This is for fiancés. This is for wives. This is for women. You know what I mean? The strength that it takes for you to put up with that shit when you don't have to. I can't do anything but just stand in all of that. You know what I mean? Last year I was in a relationship with someone that I thought that I loved. I mean, I know that my love for him was there. And, when we first got together, everything was fine. But then as the months went on, things just went downhill really quick. There was a lot of issues with social media. There was a lot of issues with my channel over here. There was issues with people from my past. People that I worked with, people that I had contact with. Like, it was a major problem for him. You know what I mean? And that relationship pretty much fell apart. I couldn't change it. No matter what I did, I couldn't satisfy him. It didn't matter what I did. And I feel like now, looking back on it, that's the hardest lesson that I had to learn. It truly is the hardest lesson that I had to learn coming out of that. It's been several months since I've talked to him, and it just gives you more time for reflection. And I'm so thankful that I'm not in that shit no more. I really am. I know in the past that I've said things like, you know, I'll always love this person and I will keep them in my heart and all of that. But things have clearly changed, because the more that you don't communicate with them, the more things become crystal clear and you realize that you were done completely wrong and you didn't deserve any of it. You know what I mean? People like that have their own insecurities. Things have happened to them in other relationships, and it's a changed behavior, or it's a behavior that can't be changed without intervention. I think it's a cycle that repeats with any relationship that they get in. They're gonna be like that. It's really sad. It's really, really sad. But if anything, it was a hard lesson for me to learn, and I know those signs now. That's why I'm able to sit here and tell you the things that I'm reading from you ladies. Clear-cut controlling behavior. Clear-cut controlling. He had a problem with Facebook. He had a problem with YouTube. He had a problem with me seeing my sister at a store. He had a problem with someone coming to my house to collect rent. He had a problem with people that I was friends with before him and me got in a relationship. It was just absolutely ridiculous. You know what I mean? Facebook was a big, huge issue, I remember. And whenever he left, I was still in that cycle of just, I felt like I couldn't live without him. I felt like I was going to die. And I remember it was still going on when he left, and he was in another state, and he was still pulling that shit on me. You know what I mean? Terry saved me from that. Terry opened my eyes to the realization that I didn't deserve any of it, and that he was literally suffocating the hell out of me. And I got out of it. You can get out of it too. You are out here in the free world. He is in there. You didn't put him there. Okay? I'm not telling you to end your relationship, but I'm telling you that boundaries need to be set. Or you're never going to survive this. You're going to waste all of this time on someone that doesn't give a shit about you, that's possibly using you, and when they get out, they're going to walk on you. They're going to leave you. You know, I'm blunt and I'm to the point, and I'm telling you, like, I hear about it all the time. Like, I'm not even playing. For them to get mad at you and hang up on you, for you to refuse to talk to him, to not want to communicate with him when he calls, for you to be told don't come to a visit, for him to get pissed off at you because you can't put money on his books, for him to call you up and tell you that he owes somebody a debt in there, for him to disregard your feelings altogether. You're out at a family function. This is another message I read. Out at a family function, and someone, or he calls, and because you step outside of the restaurant to talk to him, he gets all offended and wants to show his ass about it. Like, you're out here, you're doing the best that you can do. You can walk at any time if you're being disrespected. Know your self-worth. Don't let anybody walk all over you. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if he's in there or if it's somebody out here. Don't let that shit go. You know? A lot of the women that I've talked to, you guys are looking at this through rose-colored glasses, and you're not looking at the signs that are right in front of you. If he is behaving like this right now in a world where he has no control, this is what he can control. You're the one paying the price for that. You're the one suffering for that. You have to look at the worth. You have to look at the worth of this relationship. Is it worth your time? Is it worth your time to stress out because he gets pissed off at you because you miss a call? Someone's calling you 15, 20, 25 times a day. They got something wrong up here. Like, it's not you. You don't deserve to be treated like that. Clear-cut controlling behavior to accuse you constantly of cheating on him. He either trusts you or he doesn't. He either has that trust for you or he does not. And if he doesn't have that trust for you, he's never going to have that trust for you. You have to pay attention to the signs. You have to. That could happen out here. It could happen while he's in there. Behavior doesn't change. You know what I mean? If you're in a relationship and you've met this person and you met them through being a pen pal and you've never had a contact visit with them, that's a huge red flag. Is there what's the reason for them? There was another message I got. They don't want you to come to visit. Use your common sense. they're using you. Obviously, they don't want to see you at a visit, but they want money from you. They want you to pay for phones. Come on. You have to look at it for what it is. I don't deal with these kind of situations because in my life, from what I've dealt with out here, I refuse to ever go through that again. I will never allow that to happen again. You know what I mean? I'm with a wonderful person. We communicate. We are honest with each other. We are loyal to each other. There's not a doubt in my mind about him. That's not looking at things through rose-colored glasses. That is knowing him. Knowing him. Knowing him as a friend first. Knowing what I know. You know what I mean? You have to have contact visits. You have to be able to sit in front of that person. Body language is everything. There's so many different situations that I've read about in the last couple of days, and you are out here doing the best that you can do, and if they can't respect that, that's on them. You know what I mean? This is a subject I definitely want to focus on more because it's important, but I've been there, and it's not an easy thing to get away from, but you have to love yourself first. You have to take care of your children first, and you have to look at things the way that they really are. Just because he's writing you sweet words in a letter doesn't mean that he's the guy for you. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. You have to know that person. You have to know. You have to pay attention to those signs. He's showing his ass like that now. Hit fast forward. How's he going to be whenever he comes home? Like, do you want to waste all of your time and watch this guy walk out of prison and be with someone else? I've seen it, guys. I've seen women show up. I've seen wives show up with girlfriends there. I've seen girlfriends show up with wives there. I've seen people out there fighting at a visit and getting kicked out of there. I've seen the men get up and walk away because they're busted. You know, you have to use your wits. You are out here. If you want to get away from him, this is the best time to do it. If there's, you know, any hope for your relationship at all, it starts with the communication, and it starts with those visits face to face, and do your homework. You know, you have to look at it for what it really is. They're incarcerated. They're living hell in there. You don't know what it's going to be like whenever they come home. All you can do is hope for it. Keep yourself grounded. Pay attention to the red flags. And you definitely want to protect yourself. I could be in the same situation. I know in my heart that I'm not, but it could very well be that way for me. So I'm already in my own home. I'm already established. So I'm not worried about that. I know where Terry's at, and Terry knows where I'm at. And we communicate on that level where there's no childish crap going on. You know what I mean? Controlling behavior cannot be changed without intervention. You have to draw those boundaries. You have to. If you don't, you're not ever going to get past it. You're going to have scars that are so deep. You know what I mean? I can't even talk to this person anymore. I don't even want this person in my life anymore for what I went through last year. I don't care to ever talk to him again. You know what I mean? That's just where I'm at with it, because I've come to the realization that I didn't deserve any of it. You know what I mean? So I do want to get into this a little more. I'm going to run out of time here. Reach out to me on Facebook, and there's definitely going to be more discussion on this. I hope that you take everything that I've said to heart, and that you're able to make your own decisions for your own sake. Don't put up with it, though. Draw those boundaries now, or get out of it. Just walk away from it. You know what I mean? Altogether, walk away from it. You have to take care of you, you know. So we will definitely, you know, discuss this further. Like I do, I wanna touch on this subject definitely again. So, you know, reach out to me on Facebook if you want to. To the rest of you guys, I'm gonna get off of here, and I will see you guys on Facebook. Thanks so much for watching, and I love you guys. Thanks for the support. Talk to you later. Bye.